Hello guys! So, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Summer TBR, and I want to read billions of books, and I don't even have all the books like here. I will only show you the books that I have in the book form, but there are books that I have on my Kindle that I also want to read, and maybe I will buy some new books, and who knows, but whatever. I really want to read all these books, and hopefully I will. And yeah, I hope this angle isn't weird. Let me know if it is, because if it's not, I'm gonna film like this more often, because, you know, when I talk about books, I could be in front of my bookshelf, so yeah. I'm just gonna show you what books I want to read this summer, because for me, summer holidays have almost officially started, and yeah, so it's time to read and do exciting things. And I actually, in case you don't know, on Goodreads they have this like challenge for this year, or like I think they do it every year, but I don't know. And I decided that I would read 70 books this year, but so far I've read only 14, maybe 15, so it's kind of bad, but it's June, you know. I still have time, but at the same time, I haven't read much, but I'm totally capable of reading much more, and just this summer, I gotta read like crazy, so I'm just gonna show you all the books that I have here right now. Yeah. First book, Yes Please by Amy Poehler, or however her last name is supposed to be pronounced. In case I ever say some names wrong, I'm very sorry about that, but I'm just terrible at pronouncing names, so I apologize. And this book is a non-fiction, and it's just supposed to be very funny and entertaining and just motivational and just interesting, and just, yeah, I absolutely love non-fiction, so that's what I have here, because I really want to read a lot of books like this during summer, because, you know, I want to read fantasy and all that stuff more like in winter, and like more serious books. I want that for winter, so I want some really fun books for this summer. So yeah. Second book, The Time of My Life, which I actually don't know what it's about, but I bought this book last year and I haven't read it yet, and it's just a contemporary romance, and it's by Cecilia Ahern, and she wrote also Love, Rosie. You can know that. It was a film with Lily Collins and Sam Claflin, so I love that movie, and I also like that book, which I haven't finished yet. So it's by the same author, and it just, I'm really sorry about it. I don't really know what it's about because I don't remember it, but it's just a contemporary romance. It's supposed to be like, you know, just romance, and just probably with a deep message or something like that, and with a really nice message, and I love me some messages, you know, so that's a very nice book to read this summer, yeah. The next one, I'm so excited about it that I'm just gonna... The Crown by Kira Cass. It's the sequel to The Heir by Kira Cass, which is a sequel to, I'm not gonna take those out, but just those books right here, the Selection series. And basically those two books are about the daughter of the two main characters from the Selection series, and she has also a selection where she must choose the prince for her, just the guy she will marry. And yeah, so in this book we will find out who she chooses, which I'm super duper excited about, because just I really liked The Heir, so I'm dying to read The Crown, and I just want to know who is gonna be the guy, you know. I'm so curious and so excited, so definitely gonna read that this summer. Next book is Happily Ever After, also by Kira Cass, also a part of the Selection series, because just I really like Kira Cass, I really like the way she writes, and I really like the Selection series. So it's like a mixture of prequels of like different pretty minor characters from the Selection series, and it just, I don't really know anything else about it, but it's just, it will definitely be great, or like, I don't know, but just, I really want to like read a little bit more from that world, because I just love it, so very excited about that. Next book is Landline by Rainbow Rowell, which I also don't know what it's about, but Rainbow Rowell wrote things like Fangirl, Carry On, which I talked about it in the last video I uploaded, and I made a review about that, so you can check it out. I'll link it in the description box. And yeah, I just really love her. She wrote Carry On, Fangirl, Attachments, Eleanor Park, and just a lot of really awesome books, and I just really like her. And this one is not that popular, but I just really like her writing also. I just really like her books, like really a lot, so this should be really interesting. And what it's about, there should be like some time traveling if I understand it right, and like the sentence she has written here is, what advice would you give the younger you, and would you listen? So yeah, it should be really interesting. And also they have written here, you know, it's much better to read it from the book, which you can read, but just, you know, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna read it because you probably don't have the book next to you, do. So, a heart-wrenching and hilarious take on fate, time, television, and true love. Yeah, so that's what it is, and I'm excited to write it. It should also be like a contemporary romance, pretty like easy to read and all, so perfect for this summer. What I have here isn't very much in the theme of contemporary romance and just chill, you know, for the summer. It's not much like that, but I don't really care because I'm gonna read it, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses, and also the sequel to that, A Court of Mist and Fury. Yay! So, what is this about? It's wonderful. It's perfect. It's so good. It's so good, and you have to read it right now because it's just so good. And I actually started reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm not completely done with it, but just, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the end. I'm probably gonna finish reading it tonight, but who cares about that, right? So, it's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but it's like, it's just so good. It's like so good. I just the world in this book is separated into like two parts, and that is the world of fairies and the world of humans. And just humans think that fairies are complete terrible killers and who just hate humans and who are just like the monsters, you know. And humans are just not doing well, or like, I'm not sure if everyone, but just the family of the main character is very poor. They just don't have any food in their house, and so the main character has to hunt, and that's how the book starts. She accidentally kills a fairy, and then she will be punished for it, and that's when the fun starts. So yeah. And I'm telling you, before you finish reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, don't read what's in the back of A Court of Mist and Fury, because I read the first sentence and I was like, excuse me, what the hell? So don't read this, okay? Don't read it before you finish this, because if you don't want to be spoiled, do you? You don't want that. Don't read it. Don't read it. But do read those books, okay? Because they're just so wonderful. And yeah. The next book I have right here is Every Day by David Levithan, and you might know him from a book called Will Grayson, which he wrote with John Green. It's an awesome book. Also, yeah, I read that last year. You should check that out too. And it's about a person, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, who cares? And that person wakes up every morning in a different body, and they have the same mind and memories, but they're always in a different body, which, like, my dad gave it to me for my birthday, and I didn't even remember that because like I wrote him a list of the books that I want. I didn't remember that I just wrote this there, and I also have 2 other books like this, but whatever. And I'm just really excited about it because just it sounds so freaking cool and so interesting. I completely loved his writing in Will Grayson, so I'm so looking forward to reading this book. Next one is Augie and Me by R.J. Palacio. Whatever. I'm sorry. So this is a sequel to Wonder, a book by her also, of course, and that is about a guy, a little boy, who has his face, like, I don't know which better word to use than deformed. He just doesn't look the same way other boys do, and the other kids don't really like him for that, and he's just like weird, you know, it's just a completely wonderful book, and you have to read that. and I just absolutely loved that. It's just so like moving and so awesome that just you have to read it. But just this is from the point of view of 3 people who know him, so it's really interesting. Like, I started reading it a little bit some time ago, but it's just, it will be really interesting to see it from a different perspective, you know. I always like that. I like multiple point of views, and just, I'm really happy that she wrote this book, because just, it will be so interesting to see just the way they see him, you know, and just, yeah. Next book is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, which I already read, but I read it on my Kindle, and there will be the movie, and I know that in the US it's already out, but in Czech Republic it's not, so so I have to wait for like 1 more week to be able to watch it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna read it till I watch the movie, but I don't remember it well because I read it in October or November, so like of course I remember it, but just not as well as I would like to, and I just want to read it in the physical book, you know, so yeah, definitely want to read that during the summer. And then I have the 2 books that my dad gave me, and I also didn't remember that I wanted them, but it looks both totes awesome. And the first one is Shatter Me by, oh damn, I'm not gonna read this name well, Tahare Mafi, whatever. Just, yeah, Shatter Me. It's pretty like famous or whatever, so you probably know it. It's a series, which I didn't know when I was like, another series. I have billions of series that I want to read. I just wanted a standalone novel, but whatever. I think it should be totally awesome, so I'm like really looking forward to it. And yeah, so it's just, I don't completely know what's about, but just, so the main character is called Julia, and her touch is fatal, and I don't really know anything else about it, and I just read this in the back of the book, but it just sounds really interesting, because like they always have like some sentences like what's it called, just I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, my brain is empty right now. You see this? It's not in focus, but just, I hope you can see it. Yeah, you see that? You know, just that's what is in the book very often, just this. Just, you know, a sentence written there, but then they do this, and yeah, I'm so sorry. So, yeah, it looks just really, really interesting. And the last book here is Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and she also wrote Before I Fall, which I read. I actually filmed a review on it, but I never uploaded it, so yeah, and actually that is super interesting. I think I could insert a clip here, even though this video will be already super long, but I made the review the same day that I'm gonna show you. Friday, February 12th should be just another day in her charmed life. It's literally February 12th today. Isn't it super cool? Isn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry. So this book looks so freaking cool. Like, in this book, the main thing is that the society there, they think that love is a disease, and they found the cure, and the main character is supposed to take the cure in 95 days. So, you know, in those 95 days, a lot will happen, and she will discover that it's all a lie. And yeah, I'm definitely sure that this should be a love story, and it should be a good one, because it just sounds so damn good. It sounds freaking awesome. All of the books are just, I'm so excited about them, and now I'm really happy that I made this video, because it should motivate me to read all these books, and now I just want to go to bed and read. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you liked this video. If you want me to do another TBR, I would love to do that, and I'll probably do a summer wrap-up at the beginning of September or at the end of August. We shall see, and hopefully I'll read at least like 20 books, because I really want to read 70 books this year, because then next year I will be able to read 80, and yeah, that will be it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Bye! By the way, like, how awesome is my bookshelf now? Like, I have the Funko Pop Dobby, I have the Funko Pop Harry Potter, and I have a Funko Pop Black Widow, and the best at the end, you know, I have a Funko Pop Hermione, and all of these little thingies are just so cute that I'm gonna die. So cute and so awesome. Oh. Hold me down.